All right, let's get right into it. So today we are going through our dynamic upper body training program. Now, when I say upper body, we are going to target pretty much every muscle group. I typically don't do bicep, triceps in one of my ABT, which is an athletic based training program. But obviously as a secondary muscle, it's still benefiting and getting the work. So the key to this is keeping everything dynamic, keeping it controlled, keeping core tight. Remember, you're training like an athlete, not a bodybuilder. That's the key to the way that we train here at Phase 1 Elite. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna walk you through it. A little bit of voiceover as we go through the program. But remember, I'm only gonna show you one set of each series that we're doing. So that way you can pause it, you can take notes, you can write down the program, you could actually do this program. I didn't create this program for YouTube or for video. This is basically my training program for the month. I created this because I do work out with two of my athletes. So I like to kind of take my training to the next level by designing the program for them, and then I execute it. So you can do the same thing. You can still have an ABT athletic based training program to get you to the next level. So let's get right into it. All right, so first things first, make sure you are warm and ready to go. I usually don't film the dynamic warm up because I don't want to bore you guys. I want to get right into the work, but make sure you are warm. And so today we're starting with our, this is a multi-grip bar. So not just a traditional barbell, this is a multi-grip, which we call it a football bar, which is not what it is, but multi-grip just means you can change the placement on your hands in order to alter the focal point. So if you think an athlete performance as far as like football, for example, a lot of engagement. So to be able to bring those handles in, change your grip is going to be very beneficial for most sports. So that's what we're starting with. And on this, we want to stay in that rep range of 10 to 12 reps. So we're going 4 sets, 10 to 12. Now we're going dynamic. So you see we have the bands, and these are the lighter resistance bands. They don't need to be too heavy. We have our dumbbells, so we want that athletic stance. We want to pull back, and now these are going to be a little more dynamic, so faster reps. And once again, this is a superset, 12 reps. Now let's get into our next series. So this is our high incline. So you see the placement of the bench. So high incline, single arm dumbbell press. So this one, very important, keep your core engaged, keep everything tight. Once again, it's not about how much weight. You shouldn't be fighting through every single rep. You should really be able to keep a nice tempo, especially till you get to that 8, 9, 10, and then you should be able to fight through a couple more reps to keep you in that 10 to 12 rep range for each arm. So if you see it, core tight, core balance, and we're gonna keep working through it, stay tight, and keep everything dynamic. You see the last couple reps are a little bit tough, but that's what you want. We still want to have some hypertrophy with the training because we do need muscle adaptation as we go through these athletic-based training programs. All right, so let's get into the next one. This is the superset that goes with that single arm high incline dumbbell press. So this is the superset combo. Now remember, if you're in a gym where you can't do supersets or it just doesn't work or maybe it's too crowded, then you could always split these up and just do straight sets. That's totally fine. I like the superset because my athletes usually only spend about 60 to 80 minutes in the gym on their training program. We're not in here for 2 hours lifting weights. We're here typically for an hour, hour 10, hour 15 max, and we're out of here. So that's another reason I like supersets. It also helps with the strength and conditioning side of it. So these are single arm rows as you see on the video. So we row basically one arm down and then use the opposite arm coming back for that dynamic pull exercise. Now, we're going into our next series, which is a barbell hang clean and press. And as you see, we're not really worried about the traditional flip, high elbow. This is more to isolate your shoulder. So it's more of a high pull into a flip, into a press. And so we want to, once again, keep a nice tempo on this. So it's 12 reps, same series. And this is the first exercise in this superset. And you want that tempo, you want that explosiveness. And then we're going to go into our superset for this series, which is our dumbbell lateral raise, but they are alternating lateral raise. So you see it, we're going right to left, and we're going 20 reps total, 10 reps on each arm, and that is alternating back and forth to make sure that everything is good to go. And once again, this is towards the end of the workout. We're just isolating that shoulder. Shoulder, not just mobility, but strength. And we're going lateral because we worked a little bit more on the front when we did our hang clean to press. Now, let's get into our last part, our last thing, which is core. We do want to finish with core. Now, mind you, we've done a lot of upper body push and pull, so our core activation's been pretty high throughout the whole workout. So now we want to finish with just a plank series, just traditional plank. Keep it very simple. So the first one is our front plank, and we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. And then we're going to transition to side plank for 30 seconds, and then transition to the opposite side for another 30 seconds. And we want to go through 3 rounds of this. So this is basically 3 rounds of 30, 30, 30. So the goal on this, as an athlete, you should be able to hold that 30, flip over, alternate to the side and to the other side, and you should be able to do it nonstop without having to reset or touch the ground. And if you really want to challenge yourself, try to do all 3 rounds without touching the ground or dropping a knee. So just a little extra challenge. So that's pretty much it. That wraps it up. So I wanted to keep this one nice and short, so you can definitely go back and rewatch it, take some notes. I'll try to time lapse so that way you have some chapters and things like that in there. But at the end of the day, man, this is the program for the month. So feel free to try it, check it out. You can do this for anywhere between 4 and 6 weeks. Typically, I like to stay right around 4 weeks for muscle adaptation. But at the end of the day, you can extend this up to about 6 weeks, I would say, and still make it beneficial. So once again, thank you for checking it out. This is Mike Waters, Phase 1 Elite, Las Vegas, Nevada. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Set that bell notification so that way you get a notification every time I drop a new training program. So if you're an athlete, tap in with us. Make sure to follow us on IG as well at I am Phase 1 and then also at Phase 1 Elite. So check us out. And other than that, we'll see you on the next one. Let's keep getting better.